This is why we tell you to be careful of listening to these so-called Hebrew Israelites and their breakdown of scriptures. They don't have a full understanding of Yeshua's ministry.
I am not sent, but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
Now, this is out of Christ's own mouth. He says, I am not sent, but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. So he's telling you he only came on this earth for the Israelites. Why? Because they lost. They don't have identity. Majority of our people, we ask them, what's your nationality?
He came to his own.
Let me finish my statement. Majority of the people, if you ask them their nationality, they're going to say black, African American. That's why he calls them the lost sheep. He says he only came for those people. This is what he said.
If we should take this scripture, Matthew 15:24, for face value, not getting the other scriptures and putting it together to get a full, well-rounded understanding of Yeshua's ministry, if we should just set aside those scriptures and only focus on this scripture, the scripture would pretty much tell us that Jesus did not, his death, burial, and resurrection did not benefit righteous Hebrew Israelite who lived in the law await the Messiah's death and burial, resurrection. This scripture would say they are not inclusive of Yeshua's death. Rather, Yeshua was only sent for a particular group of people. Not for the Hebrew Israelites who are righteous, not for the Gentiles. The Gentiles, hey, forget them. The law wasn't given to them. But Yeshua, death is only for the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Now, another thing that we need to really understand about this lost sheep. In those days, when Jesus spoke to the individuals about this lost sheep business, did they not understand in those days who they were? The Hebrew Israelite make the claim that the lost sheep are the Native Americans, Hispanics, and black, blah, 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 blah.
Who is lost today thinking that they are African American? Yep. Who does not have their nationality? Yep. Who does not have an heritage? Who has an other nation's last name on them? That have a whole family reunion thinking that, oh, I'm a Johnson family. Like, I come from the McDonald family. Who is doing that?
But those people understood who they were back then. They knew that they were Hebrew Israelite. So the understanding of lost sheep is not in the same context being used here as the Hebrew Israelite claim it to be. So we got to get the full understanding of the text. The scripture told us that God will also use him to be a light unto the Gentiles. If you have the Hebrew Israelite tell it to you, they will utilize the scripture and say that this is for what? The lost sheep of the house of Israel, meaning all Hebrew Israelites. Taking it for face value, that's not what it's saying. It's saying, I was sent only for those that are lost, not for the righteous. We know that the scripture is clearly saying that Yeshua Jesus Christ came to die for all mankind. Why? Because all have sinned, fallen short of the glory of God. One man sin entered into the world. This one man, death, sin and death came upon all of us. None of us can stand before God and boast and say we are righteous.